John, we've just seen Ryan Mark go around and he looks in great order.
Yeah, no, he's doing pretty good, Hayden. He looks a bit stronger this year and he's in good condition. He did trial up nicely, I was quite thrilled when he went past the post, even though that it's only a trial and you don't take much out of a trial because not many of them are doing a lot, but, a couple of nice horses were galloping beside him there and he seemed to be going all right.
He's been a horse who you've had a few leg issues with in the past. How's he going in that facet now?
He had both them cartilages cleaned up straight after the railway handicap, and then he had a couple of 3 months off and been back at the beach, and we keep a pretty strong eye on them. He gets iced, every morning after he works and that sort of thing. But, at the moment they are holding together not bad, other than a bit of a scare the other day. At the trials at Ruakaka, he must have knocked his near front leg in the gates or around the start or something, and when we got back there was a fair bit of filling in there, so we got a bit worried. But after trialling nicely, we took him, worked him on the Monday, and he was a bit scratchy, so he went over to the vet on Tuesday and they x-rayed his knees again, and there wasn't much deterioration there at all, so he said no, he said it'll be a knock more than something with his knees, so we've just carried on.
Okay, and he's all okay now?
Yep, he's okay. He worked nicely on the beach last Saturday, and he had a run along yesterday at Te Rapa, but they were out in the centre of the track and he was ducking and diving a bit, so he's not that happy in that 8 or 10 anyway.
What about this weekend? The prospect of rain Friday and Saturday, is he certain to start?
He's pretty certain to start, Aidan. He's what do? You either go to the Taupo trials, you either miss out on spring racing. You can't sort of go straight into the McPhee with him. 1400 metres first up, people would think I'm nuts, which I probably are anyway. At the end of the day, it'll probably end up being $1,000 trial, because that ground on the inside out here is just, I think it's beautiful. And if it was no worse than sort of 7, and I think he would be. He'd try his little heart out anyway.
He has won at Te Rapa before. He's a listed winner in a pretty handy race last year.
Yeah, he ran a nice time out here last year when he won that 1200 metre sprint, but he got in nicely with the weights. A bit different this time when they were all on 58.5, But he's a handy horse, so he'll give a good account of himself, no matter whether it is an 8 or a 6. I'd prefer 6, but springtime I think will be his go because it's not quite as hard on his knees.
It's sort of he's not you think that he's more experienced than what he is, but he's won 6 of just 9 starts. He is only really a newbie to racing.
Yep, he hadn't had a lot of starts. He had 2 seconds in the other 2, and then he got done in the railway. But I saw the railway the other day. They're showing the highlights on it, and the more I look at it, the more it was a good run, really. For a horse that's come a long way, in a short time. He is a newbie at it. He doesn't settle that well. Well, he does settle pretty good now if the pace is on, But if the pace is not on, well, you've got to go to the front, And but he is a good little racehorse. He is quite a professional for the short time he's been racing.
Barrier 1 this weekend. What's the likely tactics, John?
Oh, he'll sit in the first 3, I'd say. He'd have to, because with the rail right back, they don't win from, unless you're a real good horse. Pretty hard to win from way back at Te Rapa when it's in there. So if he can go with him and jumps good, he'll sit in the first 2 or 3. And but that's up to Mickey. But I'd like to see him in the first 3 or 4, and then because I'm pretty sure that filly would probably go to the front, and then he could sit in there nicely behind him and have a crack at them in the straight.
Okay, and what are you hoping for? What's the best outcome for you this weekend?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him win. I'd like to see him win. I'd like to see this rain not come. That's forecast, I walk up to the gap this morning, David Green said, there's a lot of rain coming Friday night. What are you going to do? I says, I don't know. What do you do, So, but, hey, they've been wrong before. If it was Jim Hickey doing the weather forecast, I'd say, yes, the rain is coming, but with these jokers doing it now, you never know what's going to happen. So let's hope it blows away.